Hello, everyone. We're here for another Counterpoint conversation, and we're at the ZTE Global Summit and Conference here in Milan, Italy, at the wonderful Leonardo da Vinci Museum of Science and Technology. And we're kind of surrounded by a lot of historical exhibits on science, technology, and engineering. And we're here to discuss a more modern marvel of engineering, which is wireless communications. And I'm joined by Ms Tang Xue from ZTE, who's the Vice President and General Manager of Strategy and Architecture of Wireless and Computing Products. I'd like to discuss a few different topics, but I think we'll start with the Pre-6G Giga MIMO, which is a very key and interesting technology that ZTE is demonstrating at this event. So I guess what's the key updates in this technology from ZTE?
Okay, I should say the Pre-6G Giga MIMO is always follow the same path that needs every generation of the mobile industry, which is the Shannon formula, Shannon stereo. So if we look back the history, so from 2G, 4G to 5G, every evolution of generation, we will focusing on the one or two parameter of the Shannon formula and to expand the system capacity. Mm-hmm. So from 2G to 4G, we just focus on to expand bandwidth and to cutting the interference. But when the 5G is coming, and we correct another dimension, which is the spatial multiplexing capability. So it's like we build up highway and we stack several layers on this highway, and without additional, build out new lines. So this is the spatial multiplexing capability. So that capability is opened up by 5G, but for 6G we will even expand further of this capability to expand more about the spatial multiplexing capability to even, for 5G, it is like 20 layers, but for 6G, we will expand to even 100 layers. So that is the, fundamental philosophy of the Pre-6G Giga MIMO.
Right. So the spatial multiplexing, it's a very interesting technology. And I guess from the telco point of view, I guess they would be interested in how is this going to give them advantages, with cost reductions and things like that. So I guess, can you discuss the cost reduction benefits for telcos?
Okay, so I think the cost effective is very important for the telcos. We fully understand that. So for the operators, the price of the frequency and the price of the site source is very expensive. And if we're using the space multiplexing technology, we will greatly increase the system capacity within the same spectrum efficiency. And even we don't need to build up new sites. So that is somehow to give the operators a new way to expand their system capability and without a postphone to buy new frequencies.
Right. And I think that's very important, I guess, for operators and telcos, that they're able to expand their network without having to put in a big investment. Yeah. So I guess beyond the cost reductions, what are the kind of new use cases that this can enable for telcos and operators? And what are the new use cases?
Okay, so I think that question is very, very important because people now always question about why 6G, right, and what is the killer applications. Okay, so if we look back at the history, and we think in the era of 3G, and maybe no one can expect it one day the iPhone will boom.
Right.
and makes the 4G is highly demanded everywhere. So since today the AI is evolving very rapidly, and we think that we should, take a little bit pessimistic about the future. Who will know? I mean, for the next 5 years, what kind of applications will thriving? But we do see two trends about the new traffic. The first trend is that currently a lot of people are using the large language module like the ChatGPT, like Gemini. And we see that for this net new traffic, which powered by AI, the uplink traffic is already occupied more ratio than the maxi applications. So I should say the real demand, or the urgent demand for this uplink throughput will be a new trends for this AI traffic. This is one trend. And the second trend, I should say, still immersive applications like the holographic meetings and XR, collaborations. I know that the holographic applications has encountered some drawback, but we see that things always, develop not along a very strict line. Okay, so currently we see that the new AI class is emerging, and we think that the combination about AI and the immersive will be a trend for the future, because we still believe that the communication way between people eventually will develop from 2 dimension to 3 dimension for one day. So that will increase or generate a huge demand for the traffic.
Right. No, I think that's a great answer. And I think especially the importance of uplink connectivity it's really growing. And it's a great point. So I think that's all we have time for today. But thank you for your time and your great answers. And thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you.